and welcome to the ROI podcast. We are officially starting the ROI podcast and we are so excited, right?
Yes, we are so excited. Welcome to the ROI podcast.
Welcome.
Wow.
So this is our first episode and then we'll just introduce ourselves and tell you what this episode is about.
This is Favour as Molólúwa.
My name is Favour and most people online know me as Molólúwa.
This is Samuel as Mr. S.
My name is Samuel. Most people online know me as Samuel. And I just love helping people, and that's what is driving our passion for ROI.
This is Godswill as JK.
My name is Jekeli Godswill. I'm known as JK almost everywhere I go. But then I love food and I love to talk. Yeah, I love to talk. I actually love to communicate my thoughts as much as they would be impactful to as many that would listen to it. And that's why I'm here on the ROI podcast.
Okay, so thank you. Welcome again. And in this episode, we're just going to be telling you the real vision behind ROI podcast. You might be wondering, what are they talking about? Why are they here? What is ROI podcast about? So we'll just go ahead and then share the real vision. Mr. Sam?
Okay, so we discovered that most people struggle not because they don't have talent. Especially in Nigeria, we have very talented people in Nigeria, in Africa. Right. They don't even understand what relationship means and what it does to them. So they don't have wisdom to, manage those relationships. That's the first. Then secondly, we also discovered that people miss opportunity a lot. Why? Probably because opportunities disguise sometimes as very, very, insignificant things at times. So they usually don't take cognizance of those opportunities away, and then it's gone. And then somebody else who is sensitive and can discern, just sees that kind of opportunity, and then the person taps into it, and then the person has made that you get. And then the last is, people don't know how to turn their ideas to reality, to MVPs, to real valuable and tangible things. So this is the reason why our podcast is created and why we are here. And our discussions sparks intelligent discussions, and then also help people to think differently and to maximize opportunities and also ideas.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sam, for that insightful, insightful thoughts. I think just to add to what he just said, he spoke about wisdom, and I would come there. I would say the ROI podcast is not just about talk. For us, the usual cliche.
Yes,
don't
so,
be church. It's not about so much talk. It's about value. It's about giving out value, creating a platform where there's an avenue for people to glean wisdom. You're able to know how exactly you are to curate relationships, attach them to opportunities, and how you're able to implement your ideas. So that's what the ROI for us is about. It's about putting out this platform, putting out an avenue where people are able to see themselves as being able to. Yes, you're able to look at yourself and you know that I am able to. I'm able to.
I can do it.
That is, I can do it. That is it for us. So that's why we're here on ROI.
Thank you so much.
So now you have heard what ROI podcast is about. I actually want us to do a breakdown of the word ROI. R stands for relationship. So what does relationship mean in this context? If you talk about relationship now, in my generation, we the Gen Zs, the next thing the first person is thinking about is romantic relationship. And relationship is way more than that. There's so much to unpack from relationship. So let's talk about our relationship. What are those things that we're going to be talking about right here on ROI podcast as regards relationships?
I'll go first. And as touching relationship, I would say, like she mentioned, it transcends romance. It goes beyond just I have a romantic feeling for this person, and so that's a relationship. As true as that can be, that's a form of relationship. But relationship in its wider scope transcends that. It also transcends our friendship. So for us, relationship is about a connection. That connection you're able to build from your mentors to those who are your contemporaries to those who are also your mentees. So your downlines. So there is your upline, I'll call it your sideline, and then there is your downline.
Correct.
So how exactly are you able to connect with these 3 points? How exactly are you able to attain onto success, live life to its fullest, ensuring that there is a proper connection between your mentors, your contemporaries, and also your mentees. So relationship in this context is really wide, and there would be so much of an unpacking through our episodes. There would be so much of an unpacking through our episodes. For romance, we would speak to romance.
Of course.
Friendship would speak to friendship, we would speak to all of all these things. But then we're trying to pass a message that relationship for us is more about connections. Now, just to leave this as a final thought, relationships are bridges. And
True.
are bridges to either a life of
Clock it.
pain. Yeah, clock it.
Clock it.
So relationships are bridges to either a life of pain
Yeah.
or a life of, I would call it, abundant grace.
Yeah.
Word.
Wow. Amazing. Our senior Pastor Godman, always says that God did not create man to be in isolation,
Right.
but in association.
Yes.
For everyone you see that is doing something, they have a leverage.
Yes.
And part of that leverage is a relationship. Someone that can speak for them, can stand in gap for them, someone that can walk them through things. Sometimes your sideline can do much more than even your upline.
True.
Because most of us, we always want to get the mentor because they have leverage, they have money. Sometimes it could just be your downline or even probably your sideline, just like you said, your contemporary. So relationship is a very, 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 very key part of making exploit and doing what you want to do in life.
Wow, that's amazing. There's a way you can actually meet somebody. There are so many people I've met, and then I don't know that this is what this person can actually do in my life.
Yeah.
And then going forward, you just realize that. Imagine I didn't meet this person. It's just like a breaking point into something, into an opportunity. So yes, you have heard it. Now we are just going to go into the second letter. All means opportunities. Let's talk about opportunities. So many people lose opportunities because they don't know how to leverage on it, just like the person has said. So let's talk about opportunities. What do you think?
Opportunity is very, very wide and broad. And like we said, seriously, our podcast is packed with a lot of value that we are going to be getting because we are going to be first partakers of this first.
Right.
We're going to be learning, and everything. So
Yeah.
opportunities is everywhere. We have opportunities everywhere. It's like the air we breathe. Everywhere. And just going through YouTube, I saw a guy that was selling stones. There's this pebble, I've forgotten the name the guy called it. The guy just polished it.
Are you serious?
Added two highs on it, and then this guy was selling, and this guy sold millions. And had a turnover of millions of dollars over and over and over again. Myself and my wife were discussing. We saw a book, and this book was the title is Meow, and every word in that book is meow.
Are you
Just
serious?
me, I'm telling you, every word in that book is meow, and that guy is selling year to year, back to back. He's one of the fastest, best-selling authors. Just meow. Now that's an idea. That's an opportunity. It's an opportunity, and then you just expect it, and then before you know it, that's it. So opportunities are everywhere, but people don't recognize opportunity because they look insignificant.
True.
They feel, I don't know, this cannot amount to anything. So people despise opportunities. People despise opportunities when they get them because at first they look like seeds. But then when you plant them, you can have trees or even forests, germinate from them. So here at our podcast, we are going to be unpacking, how to recognize opportunities, how to manage, how to outsource, how to multiply and utilize opportunities perfectly. And then we're going to be talking about mindset growth, we're going to talk about transformation, awareness and all of that at our. And then we're going to be able to put things differently.
Right, just to add to the whole lot he has said, he really has to a very large extent dismantled opportunities. Yes. But I think what I'll just get to add is, in line with what he mentioned, this podcast would open a whole lot of us up to being able to identify opportunities. Because really, I think most times the challenge people have, and personally I've had that challenge, is being able to identify opportunities. And most times when we speak to opportunities, we look at opportunities as pleasant situations. But I would like to say that pains can also be
an opportunity.
It can be
An
very
opportunity
subtle.
point. Yes.
pains
Yes.
can
Yes.
be an opportunity. So I read, there's a book I'm reading, Mastery, and it speaks to a number of persons. But one of the persons that captures me a whole lot is Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, okay.
And he spoke to the fact that the scenario surrounding his birth was not a pleasant one. So he's from a father who is wealthy and a mother who is not his father's wife. So he was born out of wedlock. And according to their setting in that time, you couldn't go through school.
Oh, wow.
And that in itself seemed like, or would seem like, an unpleasant situation
like
for
a
almost
setback.
like a
Disadvantage.
setback.
The disadvantage.
But for him, it was an advantage
Raise
to
the
school himself.
Yeah.
And that's why we know of that name, Leonardo
Da
da Vinci.
Vinci.
But if you really look at him, it was a situation of being able to maximize pain as an opportunity to attain onto greatness. So yes, we would unpack a whole lot as touching opportunities and how that you are able to identify opportunities in whatsoever form that they
Yes,
come.
it is. Wow. And also, do you know that opportunities most times are not loud? It's just the simple, the quiet one.
Yeah.
That one moment they are just like, okay, I think I will just sign up for this later. I think I will just do this later. I think I'll just send the letter later. And maybe just doing that is what you need to just go over to the other side. So now let's go to the last letter, which is high, and it means ideas. Ideas are flying. Ideas are everywhere. Ideas are everywhere. Somebody's receiving idea right now, and so another person is also receiving that same idea. So now it's me, who will leverage on that idea and then will own it. So let's talk about ideas. What do you think?
For me, ideas are, I would like to call them frequencies that we get to pick. The good thing about ideas is I can have your idea.
Yes.
Right.
You can have my idea.
Yes.
What makes an idea your idea or makes it my idea is my acting upon it.
Yeah.
True.
So the truth of the matter is, to burst the bubbles of someone out there, ROI podcast must have been ideas.
So when
of
someone
must
has idea,
Then some people
and
now.
then some persons have now
That's true.
had the idea and we have engaged it, and then we are now the ones who are, I would like to put it, sole custodians of the ROI.
By the special
the ones who are
By the
championing it.
special grace of
And
God.
we're grateful for that.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm saying this to say that ideas are in themselves frequencies, but then would not just get implemented. There are a number of things that must come in as complements.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
One of the things I would even say must come in as a complement for an idea to become valuable is courage.
Yeah.
So
Very,
step
very
out.
important.
Courage.
Very, very important.
So are you willing to step on water? So if I'll just delve a bit and speak to scripture, there are two people who, as I sit now, I can think of that walked on water. Jesus Christ and Peter.
Peter.
So Peter had the idea that if Jesus can walk on water,
Then I cannot.
he does walk.
I can
So
do
I
it.
can. And then there was that courage. Truth is, if every other person who was in that boat stepped on that water, every single person would have
I've walked on the water.
True.
True.
So I would say ideas are frequencies that we get
That's so deep, actually.
ideas are frequencies that we get to pick into, and but then beyond those ideas, we're able to complement them with necessary factors like courage, like the tenacity, like hard work, and all of these, and we're able to bring it into
Bring
life.
it into life.
Well, thank you so much for that.
That was so deep.
No, I've been
That's why we call him
taught. I've been
Apostle.
taught. I'm telling you.
no, let's
I'm
not
telling you.
Let's
I'm
not
telling you.
let's not
I'm
go there.
telling you.
Okay.
Wow. As in, if we are already, getting our minds are already getting transformed here already, you can imagine how much value
People that are also
viewers
watching
are
us
going to be getting.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, just to add a little bit to what he has said, ideas, like he said, they are everywhere. And idea on its own would only, just be a dream and, probably just be a dream,
Fizzle
an
out.
aspiration, something that you just figure that nobody will ever get to see or get to know about. Now, the reason why we are championing ROI podcast now is because we decided to act upon it. We had every reason not to. We have a lot of you can say that there have been challenges and all, setbacks, going back and forth, different things. But then, just like you said, just to add to courage, you need resilience, you need persistence to be able to convert those ideas into MVPs, valuable things that people can, because you can come out today and then you want to do something and somebody else is doing it. But that doesn't mean you should not do your own. Because just like you said, I think ideas can have a touch of personality. Ideas can have, thank you, sir, a uniqueness. It can be the same idea, but that's different uniqueness, and people will always seek out those ideas. We have a lot of, now talking about the body of Christ, we have a lot of faith preachers. We have Bishop Oyedepo, we have all of them. But then everybody still listens to them. They still have their own audience.
Right.
It's something that law you get. We have Chicken Republic, we have KFC, we have different vendors for another. But then people still patronize them because they have their own
They have their own
uniqueness.
audience,
You know,
yeah.
so to add to ideas, you can have your own uniqueness. So knowing that somebody has your idea does not mean you should not also pursue it.
Yeah.
Does not mean you should not pursue it.
There's someone I know actually that she sees her idea and she's like, do you know God told me to do this thing and then I'm not doing it. Somebody else now did the thing, then we're together and she was telling me that God gave me this idea. I'm like, so what's stopping you?
Exactly.
Just start.
Exactly.
And she's like, okay, how is she going to start? It does not look like she's copying the person. That was what she was saying. But I just knew that there's so many people that are actually battling that thing that
Yes.
as God is giving you that idea, He's giving it to several other
persons,
people,
yes.
other persons. So as you step out and you own that idea, that's when you're actually dealing on ideas so much, and I love it because that is actually like the seed, the starting point.
While he was talking, I was just seeing how everything couples together. Now he was talking about ideas and seeing somebody that's done something before that you have been called into. That's more like a relationship coming into being now. Then you now walk up to the person, create a relationship with the person starts to put you through how to bring your ideas into reality.
True.
Yeah, it was on the story of Jesus and Peter. Peter had an idea. Why? Because he saw somebody do something.
Right.
And then he also saw an opportunity to do what that person was doing. So you can see that relationship, opportunities, and ideas are interwoven.
That's true.
It's just beautiful for me. It's just very, very beautiful.
I like the way you put it. At the end of the day, everything just weave into each other to bring out the necessary results, to bring out success. Because there's no how you have the right relationship and leverage on it, and then they give you the next opportunity, and you're not dulling, and then the idea comes, and then you just pick it, and then you run with it. With that, you get results. Okay, so who is ROI podcast for? Who are those people that when they say this podcast, what would they get from it?
At some point, I would have said creators, young ones, but I think at this point, with this conversation we've had, I would say to a very large extent, every single person who wants to do something big, yes, and is possibly scared or does not know the right metrics to engage.
My generation will call it overthinking.
You are overthinking it. So you are not so sure of what I should engage, what should I do. So the ROI podcast is for myself, for those of us here,
first,
and then you who is looking at, who is seeing this
watching
video
right now. Yes.
ROI podcast is for you.
It's for you.
I assure you, it's for you because there is a whole lot speaking to relationships, speaking to opportunities, speaking to ideas.
Yeah.
Once you are able, and like Mr. Sam mentioned, once you are able to interweave, I would say you have made it. I'll leave that at that.
You have made it as a starting point.
I'll leave that at that.
Okay, for me, just like you said, I think ROI is for everybody. Because one of the things I knew I struggled with was, understanding how to manage relationship. I desperately needed mentors, but then I didn't know how to approach them, how to talk to them, how to maximize and manage relationship because relationship can be very, very fragile. You can do something to you that does not mean anything, but to the other person, thank you. It could speak against their values, and for you, it's nothing. So ROI podcast is for everybody, because at a point in time, you are going to need the values that will be unpacked during ROI podcast. This is for everybody.
Now let's talk about how our audience, how should they feel whenever they are watching this podcast? What do you want them to feel like?
We want them to feel seen, because people are dying quietly and silently. They have a lot of burden on them. They've tried, they've struggled, and then they are tired. And then they, usually, there's this thing that we usually do. People don't feel free talking to other persons about what they're going through because they feel that person is going through something, or you don't know how the person will react to it. So everybody is just bottling up
so things. They will not judge me.
Exactly, so that they will not judge me. I think that's why we listen, we don't judge. That's why that thing became popular at that time. Because you are afraid people will judge you because you are going through stuff, and then you don't want to open up. So we want people to feel seen. We want them to feel that we understand what you are going through, because we at a point have gone through them, and that's why this became our pain point, and that's why we are addressing this. Then secondly, we want you to feel inspired. Aside from being seen, you need to feel inspired, because most of the time, I know that this is about motivational speaking or whatever. I want it about motivating people, but inspiring you to do stuff, to get up and go and do it, because your result is in doing, not in thinking or in meditating.
And over planning.
You have to do. You have to just take your first step. You have to do. So that's, and then we don't want people to feel overwhelmed or confused, because we are going to be unpacking a lot.
Yeah.
But then we are very intentional about unpacking it gradually so that you understand from basics to even the intermediate and probably the advanced part that we are going to be getting into. So we want people to not to feel overwhelmed, but to feel, transformed right from their mindset, because everything starts from the mind. We want them to be bold enough, just like say, courage to be able to take the first step. They should be empowered, transformed to take the first step, and then by seeing their results. So that's how we want them to feel.
I wanted to say on ROI podcast, we listen with.
We listen, we don't judge.
We don't judge.
No, we listen to judge.
To you. We don't
No,
judge.
no,
We
don't
judge.
judge.
You can put your struggles in
I'm
the
telling
comments.
you,
One way
please
or
be
the other.
open. Yes, please be open. And then I think that will also direct the way we move, so that we can speak to specific pain points.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to join our community. You have to be a part of the community so that we can address some of these things.
Yes. So I wanted to ask, why should they stay? Why should they keep watching us?
Why should you stay? Still, but one of the major reasons why I think you should stay is the fact that we are intentional about growth.
Yeah.
Intentional.
Very, very intentional.
Okay.
We're intentional about growth. And it is John Maxwell that would say, if you stop growing, you start dying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it means growth is a part of your life.
True.
It's an essential part.
It's an essential
part
of your life. And in order for you to grow, there are nutrients you must
ingest. Yes,
ingest.
Yes, sir. Just like food.
Just like
food, sir. Just like food. Yes, sir.
There are specific kinds of nutrients you need to ingest.
Yeah.
Your growth direction requires the nutrients that are being served on the ROI podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Word.
So for us, for you to grow, please stay with us.
Yes,
Please stay with us.
Yes.
Let's go on this journey together.
Grow with us.
Please stay.
That's it for me.
Please stay.
And that being said,
Please
in
stay.
case you've not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and
Wait, Table. Just take your phone now. Yeah? Just swipe up. You can see that subscribe button. It's there. You can see.
press it.
Press it. And just leave. Just press it. Thank you so much. Please like, we share, comment on that. We want to know what you think.
Yeah, give us feedback.
Yes, please. We want to know what you think about it. Thank you so much.
I was saying you should share to your neighbor.
Yes, share to your neighbor, share to your contact, WhatsApp, Instagram.
Yes. And then we'll see you on the next episode.
We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye.
Have an awesome time. Thank you.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.